The next theme we're going to discuss is risk. And risk is actually reduced by working in an agile method. The reason for this is because our agile techniques work in an iterative method, and we're allowed to quickly adapt when we find an issue or risk and overcome it. For example, when we start up a project, we go and create our outline business case. And as we start outlining that business case, we're going to avoid putting too much detail in, and that's going to prevent us from being locked into a certain set of requirements. This allows us to be more agile during development and be able to overcome risks as they're identified. Another thing that we do is we do our daily stand-up meetings, where we get the delivery team all around the information radiator, and we all talk about what we did yesterday and what we're going to do today. During that meeting, we're also going to identify any risks or issues that need to be addressed, and we can do that very quickly at the detail level inside our delivery team. This happens a lot because we have this self-managed and self-directed team as well, and that allows us to overcome risks and obstacles throughout the project. Additionally, in Agile, we're going to focus on doing frequent demos and frequent delivery or releases of products. By doing that, we're getting things into the hands of our customers sooner, and that gives us additional customer interaction that will help us identify any risks or challenges we have in the project so that we can move forward. While working in an Agile way can help us to reduce our risk, there are some unique risks that will come up because we're working in an Agile way. For example, when we work in an Agile way, we're continuously going to be engaging with our customer. That engagement gives us continual feedback, which is great, but that continual feedback may also derail our project because we're constantly adjusting and constantly doing new requirements and new changes to the thing we're working on. This is a risk that we're going to have to manage. Another area that we're going to tailor inside the risk theme is that we're going to reduce the formality and bureaucracy that usually is seen inside the risk management procedures. In PRINCE2, we use something formal like an electronic risk register to capture every single risk and what mitigations we're putting against it and what residual risk is left over. But in PRINCE2 Agile, we may just have a few columns on our team board or information radiator that's going to capture those risks and what we're doing about them. Overall, Agile is going to place a lot less emphasis on risk than PRINCE2 does. And the reason for this is because risk can be overcome much quicker and much easier based on that self-managing, self-organizing delivery team. By using the Agile concepts and techniques, we're already mitigating a lot of the risks that we normally see in a traditional waterfall development because we can react to changes faster. But Agile does have its own risks associated with it on its own, and we assess that by looking at the Agileometer and assessing those 6 key areas of our organization to see, are we going to be able to operate as an Agile organization, or are we going to be more of a formal organization? Either way, you're going to be able to identify that early and put mitigations in place so that you can have a successful project.